Red Rover, send red velvet right over. So today we are making red velvet. Hi and welcome back to my lovely channel. Today we will be making this red velvet cake. This is my literal first attempt at making red velvet. I will say I did pretty good as I used an excuse to taste the cake when I made little crumb coats. That was my excuse to taste it, but I promise it's so good. I got this recipe from TikTok. I'll tag the girl. She's so sweet. All her recipes look so good, so I just had to try this one. This is a very late birthday request, but anything from my girls, so let me show you how I made it. First things first, you want to go ahead and get you some melted butter. While your butter is hot and melted, you want to add in your cocoa, blend it up, stir it up, combine it. You really want to achieve a nice buttery cocoa, like something so smooth, almost velvety. This is exactly what I mean when I say a nice buttery cocoa. This is it, honey. Now it's time to combine our dry ingredients. We'll need 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, some baking soda, and a little bit of salt. Stir it up and set it to the side for later. It's time to start creating our cake batter now that we've prepped a few things here. So take that cocoa mixture that we did at the beginning, combine it with some sugar and a little bit of oil in your mixer. I'm using my pink stand mixer here, the KitchenAid. You don't have to have a KitchenAid for this. You could also use a hand mixer or do this by hand. It'll be a lot more work, but that's okay. Put a little love into it and everyone will love it. The gag is, my secret ingredient to everything is the love that I put into my food. That's why it always tastes so good. Once those ingredients are combined, go ahead and add in some vanilla extract. Truth be told, I measure mine with my heart. Once that's nice and combined, you want to go ahead and add in about 1 1/3 cups of buttermilk. I don't add all this in at one time. Add a little bit, mix, add a little bit more, mix, until you add in your whole 1 1/3 cups of buttermilk. Once that's nice and combined, you want to go ahead and add in 2 eggs. Crack them, bust them open, drop the eggs in there. Please be sure to not get any shells in our batter. Now it's time to add a 1/4 cup of water as well as 2 to 3 teaspoons of red food coloring. This is one of my favorite parts of this recipe. I absolutely love watching the mixer go while the color just changes into this beautiful red. add a teaspoon of white vinegar. This is going to give it that nice tangy flavor that comes with red velvet. It really balances the richness and sweetness of this cake. Now it's time to go ahead and add in our dry ingredients and fluff up this cake. Just like the buttermilk at the beginning, I added my dry ingredients just a little bit at a time, mix it, add a little bit more, and then mix again until there's no more left. Once your ingredients are nice and combined, you do want to go ahead and stop your mixer. We do not want to over mix this cake. Over beating a cake will make it dense or dry, and that's just not what we want. Give it a little stir just to make sure everything is nice and combined, but at this point we want to go ahead and spray down our pan. Get you some Pam, the baking kind of course, or some cake goop, and go to work. Time to bake. You can't do red velvet without a nice cream cheese frosting, so let's make ours. I'm not gonna lie, that's literally all of the powdered sugar I had left, so I'm not sure if that's the right measurements or not. I was struggling trying to get this cream cheese open, but whatever. Go ahead and get you some cream cheese, powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla, some heavy whipping cream, and grab a mixer. You can do this by hand, but of course you're gonna put a little bit of elbow grease into it and get this all combined for your frosting. Once my cake got out of the oven, I allowed it to cool. added a little saran wrap just to trap the moisture in there. We don't want no dry cake, child. That's just not what we want. So I'm gonna cut a thin layer of the cake so that way I can use that to make crumbs for a crumb border all around the cake after I ice it. It's gonna be super cute, so trust the process. Baby, that's a cake. Look at this cake. Once you're finished prepping for your crumb coat border, go ahead and add your frosting. We're gonna ice the cake now. This is gonna be such a beautiful homemade cake. I feel like there are some cakes that look pretty, but the taste is not always there. This cake is so good and it's super cute, so I love that about it. To my friend who inspired this cake, happy birthday. I hope that you really enjoy this cake. I hope you know that it was made with love. And I hope that God continues to bless you abundantly this year. You go, girl. If you have made it this far in the video, shout out to you and shout out to me for this cake. Look how cute that it has turned out. We are nearly finished putting on the crumb coats, and here we have the final product. Like, it is super cute. I did get her some candles, so I'm excited to give it to her. I hope she really enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.